Hey guys, Colby here. Welcome back to another video. You know, sometimes life, well, the game seems to work in, mysterious ways. If you guys seen my video yesterday with summons, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go check it out very quickly. Just see what legendary I got. You can skip a little bit, and then come back to this one. It's obvious. I mean, from the thumbnail. I mean, why am I even doing this intro? I'm not gonna skip it. Let's go. Right, this video today. The game raid works in mysterious ways. I got 2 nuts now. All right, I'm not gonna make any nut jokes. Okay, some people were offended. The time that nut was out, I was making videos and having some fun with how you're supposed to say nut instead of nuts. Right, so some people were offended. Whatever. I made teams with the double Gnut. Okay, double Gnut is so cool and actually has improved one of my teams that I'm using by a ton, and it's kind of fun. If you do have them, then this will work to your benefit. This video might help you rebuild some of your teams. Obviously though, if you don't have them, just stick to the video. It might be something to have in mind for the future. Maybe you can share it to a friend of yours that might think that they got unlucky. Gnut is, I would say, the #1 fusion of the year because of his very strong A3 skill, which does 10% of the boss's health, 10% of any enemy's health per hit, okay? And just by that becomes a significantly stronger champion than other enemy max HP champions that we have currently in the game. With so many champions, so many different ways to beat different content, okay? I'm not saying this is the only way that I'll be showing you, but I've built multiple teams for you guys to see, and this might be a longer video. I don't know how long this will go. I'll just show you all the teams that I've made, just having some fun using the double Gnut. So the videos that I made in the past, I was using them, but it wasn't my account, so I didn't want to stick on the person's account for too long, change a lot of things. But when it's on my account, I go crazy, right? Even though it's not like the test server, I move things around, I try to make things work. And when they do, it's fun, right? I will be talking Doom Tower, dungeons, and did I build anything else? No, I don't think so. But I mean, where else would you use Gnut, right? You wouldn't use him in arena. You wouldn't really use him. No, actually, you do use him in Clambos. What am I even saying? And Hydra. Am I drunk? No, it's 4 p.m. So yeah, I did use him in many of my teams. Let me just show you, right? Didn't use him Iron Twins Fortress. I do have a very solid team. I have a team in mind to use them, but I might leave it that for a future video. For now, let me just show you on how he changes my Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun team. That is the most obvious change. Obviously, Sand Devil 25, he works great because not only the boss is, force affinity, so it works very well for us. He also does tremendous amount of damage. And the way that you want to be building Gnut is considering Sand Devil is, I would say, without Giant Slayer, but if you really need Giant Slayer, you go for it. For me, I did go for Giant Slayer, although it does affect the sleeper time. Sleeper counter is the right word, right? Sleeper counter. So have that in mind. I built both Gnuts pretty much the same way. One is a little bit better than the other because of a blessing. So this one has 4.5k defense, 252 speed, and 350 accuracy. Why do you need these stats, especially speed? Is most of the bosses in the game currently, the end game bosses, have 250 speed, right? Most of them, not all. Some have 350. That's the Phantom Shogun, guys. It hurts to get to that high speeds when you're trying to build a team. Anyway, 250, 257 crit damage. I know these stats could be better, but this is my second Gnut, all right? My first Gnut is this guy who has pretty much the same stats, right, but higher crit damage, although the same defense. It's not easy building a defensive based enemy max HP nuker with also high accuracy, high speed, high crit damage, high defense. I mean, at some point it's gonna start falling apart, but regardless, I made a team. Let's just see it in action. I know some of you guys might not have the hero. Just enjoy what you're seeing and how these interact with the game. I know there's faster teams, but the double Gnut is here to just see as a showcase. Boom, we put a ton of debuffs on the boss. The more debuffs you have, the more actual damage the boss will be taking, because it just reduces damage if they don't have many debuffs, and Riho makes sure of that. So we get the reset by Kaimar. Then the Gnut comes in. There we go. And then the final Gnut goes and kills off the boss in turn count 11. That is important to note. Why am I saying turn count 11? Because many times you'll see a tournament going on with the turn count as the way to give you points, okay? Not the difficulty that you're doing, but the turn count plus the difficulty. So that counts. So 11 turns, pretty cool. You can make it quicker than that, but I do enjoy this team a ton. Gnuts just work very well together, and I mean, I went overboard a little bit with the damage because you saw how low that boss went. I think if I had it so this Gnut with the Executioner blessing would be able to take the boss a little bit, low, then the Executioner would take action and just take away the boss's health. But I didn't want to mess the team too much because I'm using Gnuts in multiple different teams, especially my Fire Knight team. I think that is the trickiest one to actually build. Although double Gnuts sound good in action, I still need to work on it a little bit more. If you guys have any ideas for Fire Knight, leave them down below. I do not have Cardiel, so that really makes me lose some of the potential I could be using in terms of ally attack. So look at how low that Gnut is dropping that guy. A little bit lower, I think he would activate the Executioner. But 11 turns, farming the highest difficulty. This is good to get your gear rolling in terms of the ascensions, right? So was I just gonna show this team? No, I have more. But if you're interested in terms of stats for overall, I'm just running my fast Sifi, right? It doesn't have to be 400 speed. Riho has to be the one that you take some put some work into, because of all of these debuffs that she applies, she needs 550 accuracy, I want to say 600, but you get that from the Gnut aura. So Riho goes to like 600 accuracy with that. There's no way to boost that accuracy further other than the Great Hole bonuses. The Live Arena bonuses do not affect Sun Devil, Iron Twins, Phantom Shogun at this point where the video was being recorded. Hopefully in the future they change it, please. And then Kymar is a reset Kymar, right? I have him slow. This is not my arena Kymar. I was lucky enough to get multiple copies of Kymar this year. I think I got them all this year. Did I? After so long? I think I got all my extra copies at least this year. But anyway, I'm just rambling on. I have many more teams to show you guys. This was Sun Devil 25. Let me show you Phantom Shogun 24. If you're going to use Gnut, you gotta go 24. 25 brings a lot of randomness because of the weak hits, and weak hits equal bad time versus this boss. So what did I want to do? I wanted to have consistency. I don't care so much about the small differences in potions that you'll be getting. You guys seen my videos in the past, this team, I've showed it before. It works without the double Gnut, but the double Gnut makes it way easier in terms of just reducing the defense on the boss. You can lower the stat requirements on everybody, and Riho here ensures with the cleanse that you're not gonna do weak hits at that point on the boss. And you see, basically I only needed 3 A3s from Gnut there. I didn't need the fourth one to do all that damage, because you're doing 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. So I did 90% with Gnut and 10 with Cold Heart. 100% of the boss. Who would have thought? Maths. So this one, 16 seconds, 19 seconds. That's around the time that I clear it. And you're going to farm these stages a lot. If you're somebody who's at the point where gear ascension plays an important role into improving your teams, you're at a good stage with your gear, Sun Devil, Phantom Shogun will be the place to farm. But I know 99% of the players out there are not there yet. So let's continue on with the showcase, because obviously, who cares about these two dungeons? If I'm being brutally honest, there's not many players out there who should be caring about that. They should still be farming all of the dungeons instead of those two, because of just getting gear is more important than improving what you got, right? Because most probably you won't have everything. So I built this spider team. I have already a good spider team. I'm not going to be using this spider team, if I'm being honest, but I just made it because I wanted to do the video. So for content's sake, I made a team where you use the Hex, Mithrala. Don't necessarily have to be Mithrala, don't necessarily have to have Drake. Not Drake, more Ghostborn. Ghostborn is the guaranteed defense down. You see the hexes on everybody. There's the defense down, and tap, kill off the ads. That gives us more damage. then the final Gnut comes in for a 5-turn count kill. That's what you want to be seeing. In terms of time, it's not the fastest one I've done before. I've done the same turn count with fastest time with other heroes, because Gnut has small feet and he's just running. Dwarves have that. It makes the run a little bit longer. But, you know, this is a fun team. You use Mithrala, has to be the second fastest. Your Cold Heart has to be faster than that. The reason is, if you ever took notice in Spider, only a limited amount of Spiderlings drop on the first round, okay? On the first turn. Your first champion, after they take a turn, that's when the other 2 Spiderlings drop. So if you want to apply any debuffs to all Spiderlings, it has to be that one of your champions goes first, and that's why we all use Cold Heart. If you've seen an end game Spider team, that is how it works, where a faster Cold Heart than anybody else goes in. And then Mithrala, Ghostborn pretty much are there for the debuffs. Hex and a defense down as an AoE. Doesn't necessarily have to be those 2 heroes. Champions. Heroes are in Watcher of Realms, coldbrew, yes. And yeah, look at that. A3s again, because of the speeds that I have, it's easier to make the speeds now because of the live arena bonuses. Just have that in your mind. You don't necessarily have to have these speeds. Anything above 250 is going to work. But I need a fast Cold Heart for, well, I'm not using her for Fire Knight. I'm not sure why I have her so fast anymore. Anyway, I kept her at this speed. She's very fast. Although, again, as I said, anything above 250 will work. Same thing for Mithrala, just has to be slower. Ghostborn has to be slower. Just don't give Ghostborn so much damage to do the kills on the Spiderlings. You just want to see your dude kill the things because of Hex. He's doing single target damage on the boss, and that is transferred over by 10% on each enemy through Hex. Works very well. And you kill it off. It's like a strategy that has existed for hard mode Spider 10 since hard mode Spider 10 was out. And if you guys remember the time, it had so many bugs. Man, had so many bugs. It was so funny at the time. It's sometimes they release these kind of content and they don't put in the work. So didn't bother with Dragon. I think the best team for Dragon is still gonna be Poisons. No way I could have made Gnut faster for that, or Ice Golem. I tried something with Ice Golem. It didn't work. I tried to do like an unkillable with the Gnuts, but so far we're 3 dungeons in with Gnut. Fire Knight, this might fail. I think if I get a resist with this team is when it fails. I didn't try to notice it. It's not a consistent team by any means using the double ally attacker. I think having a speed down is very important. I just didn't know where to fit it in this team. I use double ally attacker. The rabbit is there for the speed up and the multi hits. The 2 Gnuts are there for the freeze that they apply with the A1 and of course the A3. And I've made the AI, the custom AI, so that it doesn't do the A1s at the same time, and I did that on purpose so I can have better control, but it's still very, very inconsistent. I wouldn't run this team on Fire 19. Maybe on 6 it would work perfectly with the lower turn count. You would see the Gnuts hitting on the boss directly and dropping that Terminator, plus the boss's speed on 6 is lower. So honestly, if you can make it a 6 team for hard mode Fire Knight and it works, farm that. It's 3% chance for a mythical, comparing it to 10, which is 5% chance. I mean, we're talking very low chance difference. You still need to get the good stats on them. So this is gonna be longer because of these guys. Come on, rabbit. All right, 1 minute 30. This is so slow. Like my fastest time was 2 minutes with this team. So we're already out of the fastest time that I could ever do. So the rabbit goes in. Look at that. He drops the turn count so low. Phantom touch is so required here. I just don't have it on many of my heroes. There's the other ally attack goes in. And now the Gnuts start hitting with the decreased Terminator. Look at how beautiful that is. 1 Gnut goes. Look at the Terminator. This one will go with Blessed Bush. This is intentional, by the way. Then this one will go with Blessed Bash, and this one will go with the A1. That's how I've made the custom AI. But I think their speeds are kind of low. Maybe I should boost it a little bit higher. I just need to do more live arena. I just don't put in the time, if I'm being honest. And then if I get like a lucky refresh on the Fire King or the other guy, it works well. But I don't know if I'll get it. There's a speed down, right? There's the other one. Okay. Do we get a chance? The rabbit, look at how low the rabbit dropped that dude. Oh, there's the ally attack and we kill it. All right, this was a lucky run. But you see how close it got in terms of the turn meter? It got very close. That's why I'm not comfortable with this team. I'll show you guys the stats through the team setup. But please don't copy it and expect 100% win rate. I'm just calling it out as you see it right now. So Phantom Touch and Razzle Varg works very well. He's strong with 277 crit damage, 6.5k defense. So you can get through the waves a little bit quicker. And then on round 3, you have him do his A1 first, as you saw. And then disable the A2 and have him use the A3 for the speed up. And just make it work for you. So same thing with the ally attackers. You lock it out, all right, on round 2. You can use it in round 1 just because of how long it takes to go through the waves. And then on round 3, they will do their ally attack. And it works very nicely. With refresh accessories and reflex gear, if you get lucky enough, they'll do their ally attacks again, and it's gonna work more consistently. But you cannot be consistent with reflex and refresh if you depend on those, basically. And then Gnut, as you see, I've disabled the A2 on the one Gnut, enabled it on the other Gnut. All right, so that one uses it on the first round, the other one uses it on the other round. You don't use it on round 3 because if you get hit, you die, all right, by the boss. So there's no reason for a counterattack to happen. But as you'll see, the fast Gnut starts out with the A1. The slow Gnut starts out with the A3 because they don't both need to be reducing turn meter. You saw how low the turn meter dropped after the ally attacks happened. You saw how low it dropped. That means it would have been an overkill. Overkill is the word? Maybe not what I was looking for, but yeah. It will be too much turn meter control. But that is how it works for me. The stats are high. Again, guys, this is hard mode dungeons. So have that in mind. Obviously, for lower dungeons, you lower the requirements based on the speeds of the bosses that you're fighting. Also, the accuracy requirements of the bosses that you're fighting. If it's anything in normal, you're going to need 200 accuracy. Anything above that, you're going to need all the way to 350, right? So, with that in mind, these are the normal dungeons. I've showed 4 dungeons with the double Gnut. And then finally, for Doom Tower, since I was away last week, I wasn't able to push higher. So the only team I really want to showcase here is not going to be something here. I didn't try it on this chick. I don't know if I can make this faster. I haven't tried. But I made faster my Dreadhorn team. This is the final team that I'll showcase for you guys today with the double Gnut. Kind of excited for this one because it actually is, I believe, my fastest team with 17 turns taken, 42 seconds. I could try to make this faster. Like I can see some guys here who have it faster, but I haven't tried. Maybe with Acrizia could get this faster, but let me just show you the double Gnut. Then live, we're gonna try Acrizia in there to see how that works. Kymar though is nice. So here you just try to take down the waves, and the unresistible defense down by Baron. He has an unresistible A2, by the way. That works very well to clear out these waves. Like this Gnut, again, the one uses the A2, the other one doesn't use it on round 1. Round 2, one uses it, one doesn't. So you see, boom, clears it. Baron is so nice. And here I have A3, hits for about 210, all right, 210,000. Then it goes up because you're reducing the defense on the boss. We get hit a little bit, we get the reset going. There's the Sunder, which reduces defense. We hit for the 280 now. I believe that's the max. And we take down the boss. Very nice. 19 turns. And that was my changed up team. I can't try to make something else now. I don't think I needed Cardinal. I was trying to think if the bombs kill me, Cardinal would revive, but that didn't happen. So I'm gonna put in Acrisia, I guess. Since I have her, might as well, just as an extra. Where's Acrisia? Oh, she's got blessings, so she'll be at the top, right? She'll be at the top. There's my Acrisia. For her, gonna disable the A2, I think, and then have her open with the A2, which is very nice. And then see how that goes in terms of how fast this goes. I think the waves are what's taking me too long, because, you know, look at that. My heroes take multiple turns, so I could reduce their turns if I had like a faster clear here. Could definitely reduce it way more. I think could get way faster than what I'm doing now. If you, yeah, if you have something that can clear these guys quick. Yeah, because Jesus, how did he not? Right, this is going too long. I just want to see the boss. How the boss is going to react to all this enemy max health damage. Could I use somebody else? Could I have used a cold heart maybe? Could, I guess. Ah, this is going too long. This guy can't even remove the buffs because he has 0 accuracy. I don't think I need the accuracy on this guy. But let's see how he's gonna do on the boss, this team. There's the A2 hits for 100k. That is low. Boom, boom, boom. Right, very nice. Look at that. We dropped the boss at 45. There's the Sunder. That A2, so strong. Nice. Still works. I mean, I didn't need Acrisia for this one, as you saw. Probably could have done it without even the Acrisia. Like, if I removed her completely, wouldn't change much. Actually, probably would make the run faster because of no animations from Cardinal. But yeah, this was the showcase, guys, of the double Gnut. I finally have 2 Gnuts, and honestly, now in retrospect, is that the right word? Like after the fact, okay? After the fact, it was the best non-void pool that I could have gotten other than a Harima, right? Even like a second Duchess wouldn't have made such a difference, and me having to play around with my account again, so like it was a nice thing to happen, okay? It was a nice thing to happen for sure. So my Gnut's coming in, doing some solid damage. Then boom, 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 clear off the boss. 14 turns now, 36 seconds. Beautiful, actually quicker now. And I could even do Chimera. I could even make him slower than that. Worked very nicely. Look at that, I jumped up. I jumped up in the list of time. I wonder what the global rankings are. Never checked it. Never checked it. Please surprise me, guys, from the global rankings. 6 turns, triple Gnut. Triple Gnut. Good job, dude. It's pretty much the same. I honestly didn't check these at all. I'm surprised. It's this guy made it fast. I think this Chimera was much slower. I could have probably gotten that amount of turns through that. Anyway, guys, this was the video. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber of the channel yet. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one. See ya.